Okay, so there's been a lot of rumors circulating around lately in Montreal, especially surrounding the likes of Jeffrey Petrie and Big Josh Anderson. But another name that's been, kinda going under the radar throughout all of this, even though it's been thrown into the mix over the past couple of weeks, is none other than 26-year-old Christian Dvorak. Well, according to guys like Caveman Elliote Friedman and Marco Polo D'Amico, these trade talks has been getting as hot as Pizzetta's curling iron. So sit back, grab yourself a beer or whatever the hell it is that you do, and let's talk some Christian Dvorak. Now first, let me start off by explaining what kind of a guy Dvorak truly is. Do any of you guys happen to sit down sometimes and watch the true crime documentaries? You know what I'm talking about? The ones with the murder victims always being described as people that, they lit up the room. They lit up the room every time they walked in. Well, Christian Dvorak is, he's the exact opposite of that. Our boy, he ain't lighting up any room. He ain't lighting up shit. The guy barely reacted when he won the Memorial Cup a few years back. Gee. You see, Dvorak was drafted by the Arizona Coyotes in the second round back in 2014. And the highlight of this lad's career so far has been his time in the OHL. Check it out. He absolutely tore it up statistically. But one thing you gotta keep in mind is that he was playing on a bit of a stacked team, okay? Let's just say there would be quite a few good future NHLers on that squad. But give Dvorak some credit, because when he did join the Arizona Coyotes and, he made the next step into the NHL, he kinda solidified himself as a middle six centerman. He would go on to break the 20-goal plateau a couple of times. Everything was looking good for Dvorak. Just loving the hot weather down there, right up until last summer when the Carolina Hurricanes decided to, rob Jesperi Kotkaniemi from the baby cradle that he was sleeping in Montreal. Right after this happened, Marc Bergevin, he needed to redeem himself because the boat was leaking. He needed to patch things up. So what does he do? He goes out and trades Carolina's first round draft pick in 2022 and the second round draft pick in 2024 to the Arizona Coyotes in exchange for Christian Dvorak. And you know what? At the time, I was okay with this. Let me get the record straight. I've got nothing against Cristiano. However, in Montreal, times have changed. Marc Bergevin and his Hulk Hogan-like physique is no longer here. And now, we've got Jeff Gordon and Kent Hughes. They're trying to make their own mark on the franchise. And as of right now, nobody over the age of 25 is safe. It's the new danger zone because the Canadiens are trying to get younger. And even though Dvorak might seem like a good piece to, kind of keep around and mentor the young kids, when teams come knocking and pitching offers for him like we've been told they are, well, obviously Kent Hughes and Jeff Gordon, they're going to be listening. So his future right now in Montreal really depends on what's actually being offered for him. I mean, if you're asking me what I think he's worth, I think he should be worth what the Canadiens paid to get him last summer. Or at least close to that. I mean, that's the dream, right? That's the dream. You gotta get back what you paid. Now, one nice thing about Dvorak that other teams are gonna like is that his contract is pretty friendly. He's only gonna be making $4.45 million over the next 3 seasons, which is pretty much pocket change in the NHL. And I mean, if teams figure that they can, play this guy and have him put up 20 goals a year, maybe even more depending on his line mates, then he becomes quite the valuable player. And if they can get back a late first round draft pick or a couple of prospects or something for him, anything to make the team younger and better in the future, then I don't know. Go ahead, Kent. Go ahead and do it. Teams are gonna love him. I mean, who wouldn't want a player that can, score a game-winning goal in overtime and celebrate by acting like his hamster just got ran over by a train? Look at that. Unbelievable. You know what? Let this be a lesson. Always give your kids what they want for Christmas. Dvorak just never ever got what he wanted. And look at him now. Look at him today. Poor little fella. Anyway, guys, that does it for picking on Christian Dvorak today. I'm done now. I'm gonna leave him alone now that I've got it all out of my system. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think a Christian Dvorak trade is something that could happen this offseason? And if so, what kind of a return are you looking for? Let me know all about it, and I'll see you next time.